Duty was all that gave him joy, yet even an angel is powerless when his heart rebels. Welcome to Read a Story Legends with me, LeilaFox. Hey there, welcome to Read a Story Legends. I am LeilaFox. This is a weekly YouTube series that I do to share lore from some of our favorite champs from Raid a Shadow Legends. Now today's video is special because it is for Astralon. He is a brand new Sacred Order legendary champ that was just introduced for the weekend of Valentine's Day. And not only that, he is the new fusion champ. What's really exciting about Astralon is his story intertwines with another champ's story, and that's why you're going to see that this one was released Valentine's Day weekend and why we are releasing it today, which happens to also be Valentine's Day. Looking at Astralon, to me, I would think that he belongs in maybe the Dark Elf faction, but surprisingly, he belongs in a Sacred Order. So let's get into his lore story, and I hope you enjoy. It is known far and wide that Leila had created her faithful herald, the Arbiter, to serve as the protector of Teleria when she herself could not interfere in mortal affairs. Lesser known are the champions of the young races, uplifted to immortality for their deeds, or angelic spirits brought into being to help the Arbiter fulfill her mission. Astralon is one such creature. He was the winged bearer of Leila's word and the bringer of righteous wrath, whose name inspired terror in the hearts of the unholy. As the Arbiter's emissary, Astralon sought out heroes worthy of joining her cause in aeons past. As her strategios, he led mighty warhorse to do battle with the vile demon spawn of Siroth in defense of younger races. Triumphant at every turn, he knew neither fear nor doubt, and duty was all that gave him joy. Yet even an angel is powerless when his heart rebels against the mind. At the height of the Great Wars, a time of realm-shattering conflict between the forces of darkness and light millennia ago, Astralon's army clashed with the legions of Countess Lix, the mistress of plagues. For months, the hosts were engaged in an intricate dance of maneuver and ruse, and neither general gained an advantage over the other. Brutal skirmishes erupted across the bloodied plains, and the demon countess taunted Astralon in missive her imps delivered almost daily. Frustrated and impressed in equal measure, Astralon committed his warriors to the pursuit and cut deep into enemy territory. Many a trap he had evaded through cunning of his own. Many battles he fought against overwhelming odds, only to triumph once more. Lix too grew to respect her foe begrudgingly and brought her strongest minions against him. It was all in vain. Driven as they were by their strategios' will, the warriors of light proved stronger than whatever evil schemes she conjured. In the end, Astralon cornered the legions under Lix's command near the southern coast of Krokan, and decisive battle began. Both sides fought with vicious abandon, turning the tide of war several times before Astralon himself spearheaded the final attack that was meant to put an end to the Mistress of Plagues once and for all. Their vanguards clashed, and mighty warriors perished on both sides, while Astralon and Lix crossed blades amid the swirling melee. What passed between them is lost to legend, but it is known the angel proved to be stronger and triumphed after a long duel, albeit he too suffered terrible wounds and could barely stand. At that critical moment, Astralon could not bring himself to take his adversary's life. Horrified, he realized he had come to love the Countess over these months. Her wicked intelligence, her determination and strength, her eerie beauty struck a chord within him, and Astralon could not resist. And yet, he could not give in either, for he was a creature of Leila, and it was his duty to protect the realms of mortals. Thus, Astralon forced his defeated foe to accept a new fate, that of service to the goddess as one of her champions, unwilling though Lix was at first. But he too could no longer serve as he did before. Recognizing his own weakness, Astralon abandoned his place at the Arbiter's side and implored her to bind his soul to a champion shard. It was the only way he believed he could atone and stay close to the creature he had come to love. To this day, Astralon nurtures a hope of truly redeeming Lix, while she likewise seeks to bring him to the embrace of darkness. Neither succeeded for many thousands of years, but their twisted relationship endures, a strange alliance of sin and piety that only the mightiest of summoners can hope to bring to their cause. So this is the story for Astralon, and as you see in this, him and Countess Lix have a connection, they have a bond, they have a shared story. And I think it's such an interesting new dynamic that Raid has brought into the game, because again, now we're seeing angels that were brought in. Initially, we had seen Bellinor and Zavia, but they both belonged to elf races. They weren't exactly angels. And now with update 3.3, we have someone like Astralon, who happens to be one of the new angel type champs that were brought into the game, and interestingly enough put into the Sacred Order, which for the Sacred Order lore, it is their duty to serve and to defeat anything that's undead and unholy. So I think that his story is very interesting. It fits in well and has an interesting dynamic between what you are supposed to do and what you feel in your heart you should be doing. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing, hit the like, maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think for the story for Astralon. Do you like how they intertwined the story between himself and one of the new champs, Countess Lix? I would love to know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to share my next Raid Story Legends with you.